public meeting. And then also just to remind people that, well, first of all, to say that we received no public comment, so there is none right now.
Okay, and there is no consent calendar, so we're going to start right away with you, Dan, with the financial condition of the TID.
Oh, it looks like Dan bounced off, so let's hope he comes back.
Well, Tim, why don't we skip to your agenda on marketing, and then when Dan returns, we'll have him join us and do the financial. We'll just flip it.
Perfect. I love it. We'll just flip it. So, excuse me. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well.
Here's Dan. Dan, do you want to start with your financial report?
Finances are good. We're doing better than we expected, so we're over budget on what's coming in. And we are, how do I say it, getting our reserves back to a healthy place. And I'm waiting to hear from Tim on how we're doing with our marketing efforts. I know things are going very well regardless, and I'm interested in an update. Are there any questions?
Have you gotten a report from the city on the collected TOT taxes through October?
Well, we got the amount they received for October, which was received in November, and we will be receiving a check this month for $139,000, which is incredible for this time of year.
And with that check, what would be the approximate balance we would have in the bank at this time?
With the check, subtracting the approved grants, about $450,000.
And we are, as I understand it, current with you, Tim, and the Visitors Bureau on our payments to you?
I believe we're current with, we're current now. There'll be another disbursement happening in January, but we're current.
And how much is that disbursement, Tim?
Well, you're catching me there, Norm. Let me go open up the budget. It's about 50% of the disbursement, and I've got too many screens open, Norm, and I apologize. So hold on here.
No problem.
Norm, you're supposed to ask me that question in January, but hold on here. 22. Let's open that up there. Yeah, so just so people know, we do have a payment schedule for the marketing funds. So we should be getting, I think it's 200,000.
So we have adequate funds. If Dan is correct, we have over 400,000 currently, or will have by the end of the month in the bank. So we will be able to make that payment on time. And
yeah, you seem to be in a good position.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, all because of Liddy and Chris.
Okay.
That's what I said.
And Dan, are there any other major payments due in January that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, thank you for your excellent report. Tim, why don't we go into the marketing report at this time?
Sure thing. So one, thank you everybody for attending the lighting of the plaza. That was November 20th. And it was well received. We were also able to capture video that we've been continuing marketing the lights and encouraging people to show up and come see stuff. If you recall, this is when we really started our advertising. We're in a good spot right now because it hasn't been very wet. So we're not competing with Tahoe for snow. We've got advertisements going out this week with the Oakland side and Berkeley side, which target the East Bay. And I think Liddy, you've worked with them before. So we've got an email blast that went out with them on, I think it was last Thursday. And then today we've got some advertorial and stories coming out. We've had a lot of journalists visiting and getting pretty good public relations hits, especially in concentrating on the kind of the food scene is a big trend right now. So writing that as far as we can. And we have a lot of our emails going out to our people coming in, our 38,000 person list, excuse me. So we have emails going out and promoting Sonoma Valley for visitation. We're going to be promoting the shopping guide, which is our big thing about encouraging people to come shop and kind of take advantage of the fear that stuff is stuck on boats. So come shop locally and get it here in Sonoma and don't buy it at Amazon. So that's the main gist of things. At the visitor centers, we're starting to feel probably similar to what everyone else is, a little bit of a labor crunch. I've got someone who's retiring at the end of this month and another staffer that actually fell and broke her arm, not on the job. But so I've got 2 staffers out, which means Jose and I are enjoying double duty again. So, but I don't need to tell you guys that because you're all doing the same thing. Otherwise, things are looking good and we're getting a lot of requests for information and we're pretty confident that we'll ride this out. I have heard, this is from the Fairmont, so that's not in the TID, but they're still looking to fill midweek a little bit. And Chris, I don't know if you have that same issue or not, but meetings, the classic meetings can be better, but yeah, because we're still under restrictions, meetings could be better. So still pushing, coming to visit midweek, but we still haven't got the massive meetings that we would get if Moscone was active and meetings were very active. So,
Tim, do you have a business plan for marketing in the first quarter of 2022 put together at this time?
well, I do. Yeah, we've gone over it a little bit before, but it was kind of the advertising plan to target through digital people who are open to travel to Sonoma, and we're using a company called Nativo, which builds ads online and follows people who are targeted to our interests. So we do, and we have been doing that, and I can show that off again in January and February if you'd like.
Could you, just to refresh all of us, send us a copy of your first quarter marketing plan?
Sure.
So we can comment on it and review it?
Okay, sure thing.
At this time, are there any questions on either Dan's financial report or Tim's marketing report from the Bureau? If not, I want to thank the 2 of you. I was at this candle lighting and I want to take this time to acknowledge your fine work and the staff work. It was a spectacular event and you had, I think, a fabulous turnout, which you should be proud of.
Well, thank you.
It went very, very well. Garrett, would you like to report on what's happening from the city manager's office?
I think the only thing I have to report is the Broadway striping project, or Highway 12 striping. So no surprise, Caltrans got a little behind, so they never cat-tracked or started the striping. We believe they've kind of worked out everything with the contractor and with us, but we really won't have a good idea of when they'll finish the striping until next week. So they may be able to do some this week. It's not particularly clear. But for the bike paths, bike lane striping, they have to cat track that, put down preliminary markings. And so we really don't have a schedule yet, but we'll have a better idea next week.
Thank you. Anything else? Any question that anybody has of Garrett? Thank you so much. Jack, welcome to our meeting. And would you like to report from the mayor's office?
That is great. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, everybody. It's on the holiday season. Best wishes for everyone. And also, I want to take this chance to say that thank you to everyone. Hard work and also collecting money for the city. Let other people have the good life, good holiday to celebrate. Thank you. Out in the cities, the budget, the general fund, it's kind of small, just only $20 million. Everybody should know 1/3 of this income that is come from TOT tax. That means everybody in this meeting, you made a contributions to our city. So that in some way, you are our boss. You generated the income. So again, I appreciate it. And also being a mayor of the city, I want to tell you, we were making a full use of each and a penny, each and a dollar you earned, you collected from your client through your quality service, hardworking. In this new year, I will work very closely with my coworkers, other than council members, especially with our city manager, Gary DeToy. Gary is one of the most experienced and capable city manager in our Bay Area. So that we are lucky to have him to join the city. So our city is a historic town, is a great town. We have the founder to shape our city. That is General Mariano Vallejo. Not only in a political way, he built our city. His families help us build our tourism, build our business. His brother-in-law, Jacobo Lees, when he was very young and came to Sonoma, helped Sonoma and generated a business, building a hotel, Blue Wing Hotels right now in the city in the next block of the plaza. So that we are lucky, we have the very good in the history, we have the legacy. So now, again, thank you everybody. We should carry out what we have and then open a new page for our city. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, everyone.
Jack, we appreciate all your comments and we look forward to continue to work with you and the other members of the council in this wonderful community of Sonoma that you represent. Are there any comments on the mayor's statements? We all just want to work with you and appreciate you. I'd like to, at this time, ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the November TOT meeting. Can I have such a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Liddy. Any comments or questions on the minutes? If not, they stand approved. I think I'd like to recommend for our next agenda, Tim, that we put on the consideration of board members in attendance. And I'm specifically addressing the issue that we had Wendy Peterson retire from the board and we have to discuss that matter. We also have a difficulty because at the El Pueblo, they have a staffing problem, as I understand it, and the manager cannot attend these meetings. So we want to keep the El Pueblo included in the TID, and we should discuss how we can do that under the circumstances. And I'd leave it as an open-ended thing so we can discuss any question about board participation, Tim, at the next meeting. Is there anybody who would like to add another item to the agenda for the next meeting?
On board representation, Norm, has anybody talked to EDK, the new manager?
Dan, this is Tim. I've met Joel is his name, and I thought about following up with him. So I'll do that this week and just ask if he's interested.
Yes, I think we should consider potential people that are in companies that do not have current representation here. Hotels. Good idea, Dan. Any other comments? Well, we've had one of the shortest meetings in TID history. I want to tell you from Hawaii, I appreciate it. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning here. So with that, I want to thank everybody for their participation, and we'll have the meeting the second Thursday of January again. And I'll try to coordinate when I'm back in that maybe if everybody wants to, we could have an actual meeting in person rather than a Zoom call. We were trying to do that in December. It didn't work out, but we'll try that, Tim, if we can.
I'll put down possible in-person meeting. I'll put a question mark. You got it.
And I want to thank particularly Garrett and Jack our mayor for their attendance today and the other board members, Liddy and Chris, and of course, Dan. I will